Well, welcome to Syllaby. I'm going to do a quick overview here, showing you how everything works. Syllaby is a great tool if you're looking to create faceless video or video where you don't necessarily have to have your face included, your video. This is a great tool to use, and we'll just walk you through and show you some of the basics. So as we log in, you'll see you have a menu over here on the left. You can take a look at analytics, your videos. You can even schedule things with your calendar. You can create entire videos in here. You can edit videos in here. Really just an amazing tool that I've been using for a number of years now. They also have things like character consistency, so you can pick from some of their predefined characters if you want, and then keep them consistent across different videos. The faceless video that we talked about that we'll show you here in just a moment. The bulk scheduler, once you create in here, you can also connect it to your social media channels. And from there, you can actually schedule and upload content directly to your social media. Thumbnail creator for creating unique thumbnails, especially on YouTube, that are going to pull those viewers in. The video editor that I mentioned. And then they've even recently added a reel clone, which is an upgrade, but where you can actually record your own video if you'd like, and you can go ahead and train Syllaby on your likeness, on your voice, and have it create video for you. Well, the most common thing that we often are taking a look at when we're trying to create videos, though, is going in and creating faceless videos. And you can see is here on the menu as I go in, exactly what this turn text into engaging videos. And we can create those. You can also create B-roll footage. That would be like background footage if you were looking for it. And one of my favorites is actually a URL to video. So let me show you how we do that and actually create a URL to video example of just like maybe a sales landing page that you might be interested in. So I'm going to go ahead and click Create Now. We're going to pop over and it's going to ask me to tell what type of style I'm looking for. Notice everything down here is really simple. I can actually go and just grab this directly if I need to and pull everything in. So as I mentioned, let's go ahead and just take a sales page as an example. I'm going to go ahead and paste in my sales page here and we'll say continue. It's very easy step by step, and I'll also show you how we can create faceless video, but sometimes it's nice to create some marketing copy, and this is a great way to do that. It takes just a second. It's going to actually pull images and context from that page to use inside the video for you. All right, it's already done that, and now it's asked us to come in and pick some interesting aspects here, choose our style that we want, choose video options. Do we want to pick a folder? What language do we want? What type of text overlay are we looking for? What different voices do we want? You can hear there's going to be different voices that we can pick. So I've got Jeremy right here. Maybe I don't like Jeremy, and that's all right. I can go ahead and look at lots of different options in here. Let's just stick with a guy since I am, and we can see, let's try Bill here. Not sure I like, maybe Brian. I like Brian. So we select Brian just like that, and now Brian will be our voice actor. And then choose the aspect ratio. So most of the images you can see are done in what are called landscape. And so I'll run a landscape video. I could also do portrait. That would be a vertical video. And then how long do I want it to be? And we'll say we want it to be less than a minute. I don't need it to be very long. This is one of my favorite features. We can actually use AI to write the script for us. So we're literally just going to click in and have it generate a valid script for us. So we've already got that entered. It's going to go ahead and analyze the entire page and now write a video script for us. So it's using AI to do this. We don't even need to go ahead, and there we go. Are we drowning all kinds of demands? That looks good. It says it's too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here under my video options, and I'm going to extend this to 1 to 3 minutes. Now when I look at my script, I'm good. There's no errors down here. We're good. And it's estimated to be at 1 minute and 10 seconds. Now, Syllaby does use credits. You can see up here, I've got 659 credits remaining this month. That lets me create about 50 minutes of video. And this one's estimated to take about 26 credits. I can also go into my advanced options and I can turn on different things like background music and sound effects and all kinds of things that I might be interested in. I can change my subtitle color over to one of my brands. So we'll go ahead and update this to one of my brand colors, my blue. Now my subtitles will appear that way. Where do I want those? I want them in the middle or maybe the bottom. I'm going to put them at the bottom. That'll just make it look better. We won't put any music in. We will enable some sound effects. Don't really need any different things. We'll just fade between images and we should be set to go. So now that we're set, we want to basically just double check the script, make sure this looks what we want. So we're going to take a quick minute and proof it. That looks good to me. And then we're going to go ahead and I'll give it a title. Let's call this Leadership Lab Promo. And scroll on down. And when we're all set and ready to go, I need to just pick the images that I want to use for the video. I won't use Todd and myself in this case. We'll just use these, and I'll say I can reuse. That means that they can be reused throughout the video duration. We'll do that. That's fine. I could upload additional images if I want. And then I've got my big button. We just click Generate Video. And it'll take just a couple minutes, and it will create this video, and I'll be able to share a link with you of how this works. While this is working in the background, let's go ahead and take a look at one other way that we can do it. You can see I've created many, many videos over here. I can take a look at all these. These are all under my video and assets, which is super nice. Let's go back to our create video, and let's just say that we want to create any particular style. We can go in here, choose our style. We were on URL to video. Maybe we want to create a visual. This is great. There are tons of different looks that we can pick from. If we want, I kind of like the comic book one. There's others that you could pick, so I'll pick the comic book. I mentioned character consistency. You can see here are the characters. There's lots of them you can choose, and these change based upon what you're working with. So I went to retro here. We get a little bit different. If I go to crime movie, I get different yet. So I get the opportunity to choose what I'm most interested in as I go across. And I don't have to pick one if I don't want consistency. But if I do, I can do that. Then we're schedule or publish, which we don't need to schedule in this case. And then our video options that we talked about earlier, different ways we want to do it. Remember, we're still on Brian. We still like that. Our length, write our script. Now, we can either put a script in that we've created. We can use their AI script writing assistant to go ahead and do that. We can use URL that we did, or we can even use audio to video if you've recorded something that you want to put in. And then advanced options, very much similar. You can see this is very similar to regardless of the type of video that we're going to create. And it takes just a couple minutes when it's done. So super easy to get into. Let's go take a look at what it actually looks like when it's done. All right, so I click on my video assets, and you can see here's the video that we just created, 1 minute and 19 seconds. Let's take a look at it. We'll go ahead and preview it here. Now you can see a couple of those images didn't come across exactly the way I want. The images are great, but maybe we want them repositioned. The great news is I can go in with Syllaby and I can edit those anytime I want and make changes to that so I can change the way that's all set out. But that video now is ready to publish, to be downloaded, to do whatever I want, and we can click on through. You can see it just cycles through the images that I've used. If I gave it more images, it would work better, but it's simple. And that you can see their subtitles show up on the bottom here, little arrows in the way, but that's based on the style that I chose and the color that I chose. So lots and lots of options that you can put together here to make work for you. So it's really simple. Again, easy to do. By the way, if I want to edit, I literally just click over here and click edit, and it lets me change things around that I want to do and move images and all that. So tremendous flexibility. I won't spend a lot of time on that here in this overview. But I hope you can see how Syllaby is a great tool to use. And if you're interested, there's a 14-day free trial, and I'll make sure that you get a link to that as well. Make it a great day.